Alright, that just made it a little bit closer, didn't it, Slap? I've been creeping, man. Three wide into turn one.
Sideways in front of me.
We saw the T switch on the radar. Oh my god.
Couple BMWs.
Just hold on.
Yeah.
Dave's definitely playing to your left there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh! My
You're gonna
God.
have to
Alright,
push
let's
out.
go
You're
for
gonna
it.
have to
Let's
push
go
out.
for
They're
it.
gonna be back right corner.
Check the right, Sarv. Right, up on top. Yes!
One enemy remaining.
Back right, you saw her!
Back right.
Oh, Jesus, plus
Four.
I will not die here.
Hold it! Let's go! He's insane!
No
Let's go!
way. No.
Shot on target. Sarv's there for the save. Bangs it downfield. It's going to get cut off. Going for the catch. Gets bumped here, but doesn't get knocked off course. Picks this one up. Great dribble. What a flick. Just under crossbar. Sarv. Great shot.
All qualify in 10 minutes. Oh, well, Misano is a tiny track.
Alright, we'll mute Tyler for a second. Good evening, everybody. It looks like it's a small group, and that means that instead of having like the upper divisions, fast guys racing against just the fast guys, it looks like we might all be in one lobby. So tonight's goal is not to worry about where we place or anything. We're just worried about getting our car set up. We're going to try to figure out what the track and air temps are for the race server, and then get our tire temps to be warm enough for the duration of whatever the race is going to be. I'm going to turn Tyler back on so I can hear.
But the special thing for tonight's race is I will be sitting out at least the first lap, and I will be in spectator mode, and I'll be watching to see if there are any accidents going on during the race. And if we have any lap 1 accidents, I will restart the server.
While we're waiting.
And we will do this over and over and over again until we have a clean lap 1 with no accidents. And I will define an accident as anybody getting
I love the green
bumped off track
trim.
or getting spun around.
It really,
It
really contrasts the nice old school colors.
To drive side by side to anticipate the accordion effect.
I really love this paint.
Driving slower. for you to get used to this now, so that way when the race comes around on Tuesday and Wednesday, you are prepared and know what to expect and what's going to happen. Misano is a very tricky lap one. It's a very tight track.
We
It's a
did
lot
get
of
our
flow to it, and so as soon as you interrupt that flow,
consistency and
everything just becomes
our
different.
consistency 94, car
So-
control 91. We got those back up. And our racecraft and safety,
Any
whichever
questions
one
on
of those
tonight's
that were
structure or
lower
format?
last week, they're back up again. Are we doing?
Oh, you're gonna run this on server 1? I'll next this the server here.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Oh,
This on
there you
server
go.
one,
Now
so
you can
yeah, go
see
ahead and
the
next it, and then I'll go ahead and
game capture. I wanted an
get this
not
thing
game
going.
capture,
Let me know
but
once it's next, and I will shut it
capture
down.
cursor. There we go. That's what I need. There we go. So there's our consistency CN, car control 91. Those were both
Yeah,
in
you're
the
good.
80s. And one of these, racecraft or safety, had dropped to
I'm
like
just gonna
96 or
double-check.
something,
No
97.
entry list is required.
So those are
Yep. So no entry
back
list.
up now.
So what that means is that
They should have
you better
nixed
make
one
sure
of the
that you have the right
servers.
car selected for tonight.
So yeah, we're just we're gonna get the core set up.
See any questions? As far as what
Tomorrow
happens
night
tonight?
we're gonna do another practice race, so we'll stream that as well and
There's
see
no questions so far.
see what
Shark.
the game and what the game
Yo,
provides
what's going on, bud?
server wise, and then what everybody
Hello.
who all shows up.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I changed my key binding.
Ooh, that's a little
Technically,
loud.
Misano allows you to speed in the pit lane during quali. Does it matter for this? No? Yes?
So I will say that there is no queue jumping in the pit lane, and that during the race we enforce speed limits. So every track allows you to speed in the pit lane during qualifying, but our rules state that you have to follow the speed limit and pit limiter.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
So there we go.
And yeah, like I said, no virtual queue jumping.
There we go.
So
One
if
of the
someone
servers
is lined
went
up at the
down,
end
so
of
this
the
is server 2, 3. So server
dotted line
1 is
for
where
me to
everyone's going.
let them go. I'm gonna qualify the entire time since I'm not gonna be racing on lap 1 and watching you guys. So I'll be out there and then I'll disqualify myself at the end of qualifying. So just ignore me that I'm out there doing that. That'll be my way to get practice tonight.
Sounds good. Peter?
Sounds good for him.
Hey,
Mr. Reynolds.
sorry, I just got in. I missed the entire briefing, but has the password been given out yet?
Jesus, are you joking? I hope you're memeing on me, Peter.
No, I'm serious. I just, I forgot about the practice race.
No worries. So the password for tonight will be SRA. So there won't be a special password for tonight.
Okay, cool.
However, starting this week, we will start adding special passwords for the practice races because people were joining and it was causing the server to progress, which is just frustrating.
Oh, okay. All right, well, thank you. Sorry for the, yeah.
No, I thought you were memeing. I think one week we were going over or last week we were going over who was joining which
I love it.
server. So I just comes up and goes, yeah, so I'm in Division 3. Where am I joining? And Doug just shut him down.
We got a little bit of
Yeah,
water,
you stopped
so
that train pretty quick.
Yeah.
Looks good. Tyler, I guess we're just waiting for the server to go up.
Yeah, it looks like it did just go up.
so it'll take it a minute.
Everyone should be able to join. All right, D1 through 3, or D4, 5, 6, you'll qualify first. D1 through 3, you'll qualify second. And leave the driver's briefing once you are in and good to go. I mean, I'm not waiting on you.
There we go. All right, so we're gonna jump out of Discord, and we don't have anybody looking at the list. We don't have any of our teammates doing any of this, right? No. Also, we're looking for drivers in our division. Schlitz. I don't know if he's in our division. Oh, Christian Lorenzo. He's D2 or D3. That's one I'll need to watch. See what my teammates are doing. Cockcroft is one above us. Riggs is above us. Rigatoni is in our division, so we want to watch Rigatoni, of course. Houlihan, I definitely want to watch him. And most of these other guys are above us. So, and Selena. So see what Selena does, because Selena's D4, so we want to see how close to D4 times we're doing. Dreebs is D2. Who else we got in here? Taylor Molyneux is D2. Mr. Sir is D1 or D2. Fickert's D2, I think. Davidoff, maybe ours. These two might be us. Christian Lorenzo's one we would definitely want to watch because he's usually about a second faster than me, so I want to be at least close to that. And then Rigatoni. Riggs is D4, so we want to watch him. And Houlihan. And then Air, I think, is D3 now. Scott's D2. Anastasi's D3. Okay. So what we're going to do is for I think for qualifying, I think what we're we're just going to run full fuel. We're going to do 10 minutes full fuel and kind of figure out fuel mileage, how much we're running per lap. We need to change the formation lap going to restart. Okay. So we're going to back out of that. Yeah. So he already took the server down. So yeah, we're going to do fuel mileage, figure out how much fuel we're running per lap with a full tank. 2, we're going to look at the air and track temps, and then use that to evaluate what we're going to run for the tire temps to start and make sure that we get them between basically 27, I want to say 27.4 as a minimum to 28.0. 27.5 is usually what I try to keep them at, but I noticed the practice server, excuse me, we're running like 14 air, 17 track temps, so it's really cold. So it's gonna get warmer. So we might be able to run them in the race, depending on what time the race starts. Like, see what the time is between practice or the qualifying and the race. The in-game clock, if it's like 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. And then use those to see what how different those two are, and then the temps between them, and then make sure that we set the tire pressures so they don't get too hot. So like if it's 27.6 on like 11 degrees, if I put it into 14 or 15 degrees, it's going to be like 28 degrees. It's going to go up. It's going to be a lot higher pressure. So we want to make sure that as the temps go up, we drop it. 1 degree increase in air temp is 1/10 or 1 click down on the air tire pressure. So if we're at 27.7, it goes up 3 degrees in air temp. Then we drop it 3 clicks to 27.4. This is an example. But once we got that all figured out, we should be good. And then tomorrow night we'll kind of should be able to just jump in, run a few practice laps, and then after practice laps we just qualify and do the race. Like there won't be any shouldn't be a whole lot of adjustments unless the the air temps are a little bit different tomorrow. But that all just depends on who's racing. See, right now it says 12. And this free practice won't count because we don't ever do anything on free practice. So 16 and 21. See, now it says it's a night race now. Tyler. 4 p.m. on a Saturday, then qualifies at 6 on a Saturday, and then Sunday at 8. So that makes it an evening race. It's 8 p.m. That could be a good reason why the temps are so cold. So we're gonna look at what it changes to in this qualifying session. So 16 and 21. It was 14 and 17 in the practice server. So that's 2 degrees, or it might have been. Yeah, it was. I think it was 14 and 17. So it'd been 4 degrees colder track, and then 2 degrees colder on air temp. Anybody else join that wasn't in here before? Rutledge, I think Rutledge is in our group. Kendola, I think, is also in our group. Marvin was fast. He was doing like low 34s from what I remember looking at the leaderboard earlier. So Marvin, then we want Kendola, Rutledge, Davidoff, because I don't remember what Davidoff's group is. Gaskin, maybe? Boonstra and Morrison, or Boonstra and Lorenzo, just because they're upperclassmen this season. So I want to just see how close I am to them because I raced with them last season. Houlihan, and then Rigatoni. So we're just going to do this. We're going to grab this. 14-16. Okay. Hopefully I'm going out with the right people. D4, D5, D6. Okay. Vicker said D4, D5, D6, not D8. Carrot. Greer is not one that I care to be around ever. So Marvin in the Honda is 2 cars in front of us, so we'll be able to kind of keep an eye on his times. Noticed that he was a lot wider into that corner than I was. Something I could pick up. Tomorrow I'm also, during the day, going to look at the track maps and track guides and try to figure this track out a little bit. Feel the back end sliding a little bit. Yep. I had the wheel turn too hard, so it slid, and then when I corrected it, I had to correct too much, so I had too much speed. We're not worried about our time either. Like lap time isn't really gonna matter because we're running a full tank. Yeah, we can keep it in third. We're barely 27s, about a half a pound on the right, it looks like. And like two or three clicks on the left. Currently. Normally you don't want to cut too much across the tracks because of the track cuts, but we've raced this enough that we know where the track cuts are. So I'm not really worried about cutting the track at all. I gotta remember to turn Discord messages off if I'm gonna be streaming with the Armamentario stuff. I hate having all that shit popping up. Yeah, that one went too far. Alright, so 36.8, not bad. So what we're gonna do is we're doing 27.4. Let's do 2 clicks up, and then 2 clicks up there, and then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 5 on that one, and then we're gonna save this. 14.17. That's close enough to 14.16. Then what we're gonna do is we don't have time to go back out because we only have a minute left. We're gonna check when the race starts and see what those change by. My guess is we're going from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's going to be at least a 2 to 3 degree drop. So we're dropping track and air temp. So we raise our tire temps up by that. So each degree that we lose, we go up by that. And I think if I do this and go into racing tips, I have it somewhere in here. Where is... Maybe I don't have tire pressures. I have brakes, like how long brakes are supposed to last and all that. Wireframes. I thought I had... Oh, here you go. 1 degree of ambient temperature will translate to 1 click or 0.01 pressure. Temp goes up by 2 degrees. You drop the starting tire pressure by 2 clicks or 0.2 psi. There you go. So exactly what I was assuming. So we're going by the ambient temperature. So if we go down to 11, each of the 4 tires will go up by 3 clicks. And then that just means that's the starting temps too. The only problem with that is, depending on how dark it ends up getting, is how much more that those pressures drop during the race as well. So we might do like 2 clicks extra on top of the ambient, just for tonight, and we'll see if that runs us too hot or too cold. Because I don't know if we're doing I don't know if they said we're doing 30 minutes or an hour. If we're doing 30 minutes, it won't drop too much. But we still should be able to see some sort of drop in the pressures. So currently, 34.2. Rutledge at 34.7. Tyler's just out there doing time. 35.2. Selena's at 35.6. Cockcroft at 35.9. Houlihan though 37.5. I would have expected a little bit faster from Houlihan. Schlitz just did a 34.4. So looking at this, he's half a second faster than us in that. 0.8 there, and 1.3 seconds faster there. And that's the time we're missing. So we're down 2.2 seconds. But we also have to take into account that we're running 8 liters. Does I have it set on? 107 liters. Whereas they're probably running 20. So you take out like 80 liters worth of fuel, and boom, we're probably looking pretty. So we got this up here. So we're 2.58 per lap. Estimates us running 41 laps on a tank of fuel. So if we do the math, I'm just going to pull up the SimGrid calculator too and see what they say. So 60-minute race, we're doing a minimum, say 134, 2.58. That's for it's saying that I'll have 39 laps and I'll need 101. So 107 is going to give me 3 extra laps. Yeah, if the average, like the fastest, is 136, then we only need 99 liters. So 133 going to give me. So yeah, 134 is going to be about 101 liters, according to SimGrid. So that's saying 41 and a half. Plus 2, you got to think that you're also going you're going to run better fuel mileage once you're out there, because it's actually going to calculate a little bit better. So if we look back in the stream when we are actually running, it might not be 2.58, it might be closer to 2.5 a lap. So then we might only need 100 liters or 96 liters or 98 liters or something like that, because we'll say we're saving a tenth a lap, and every 2 laps is about 3 minutes. So 10 laps is 30 minutes. So that's 20 laps is 60. According to that, is that right? No, every 2 laps is 3 minutes. So 3, 6, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 20 laps. 20 laps is 30 minutes. Because 1 lap is a minute and a half. So 10 laps would be like 13 minutes. 13, 26, 26, 52, yeah. That makes sense. We're going to run probably about 40 laps next week. Oh yeah, it says duration 30 minutes. So we're only going to run a 30-minute race when we actually do the race. Tyler's not doing a race tonight, so he's just going to sit back and do restart stuff. We knew we were going to start pretty far back anyways, but the fact that we're like these guys all haven't done a lap. So we're going to start 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6. Currently 6 people have times below us. And Michelli's looks like so we might have 7. So we might start like what? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 about 40th, 39th. We're never gonna catch the guys at the front anyways, and we don't really care about the guys behind us. There we go, we're slowly dropping down. What's the current fastest? 34.2 though. See, this is crazy. Like Rutledge, Schlitz, those guys are like D3, D4. I think they're D3, D4. I'd have to double check that. And they're running 34s, and you've got guys like see Davidoff. I really don't know where these guys are. Let's see, Davidoff, Schlitz, and Rutledge were the ones I was looking at. Rutledge, yeah, Rutledge is in our division, and he's currently what, 13th? So he's mid 34. Schlitz, I feel like he's in mine. No, I'm thinking of Schultz. So Schlitz might be D4. And then, what was the other one? Davidoff. Davidoff is D4. Okay. So 6th place is D4. And then Schlitz is D3? Scusa. Stasiv is D2. Duran's D1. I don't see Schlitz. He might be D1 if I don't see him. It's like D3. It has to be like D3. Fickert's D3 because he hasn't raced in a while. Oh, is it Josh Schlitz? Yeah, he's D4. Okay. So, Schlitz is D4, and then Davidoff is D3 or D4, whatever I said. And then Rutledge is D5. So he ran a 34.7. So my goal is kind of a 37 flat. Oh, Beverly's in here. Beverly came in and got like 1 lap. Coadromo. Gaskin, I think it's in our group as well. But did I just turn GIMP on? I did not want to open up GIMP. We'll find out here in a second if it turns on. Yep. Alright, so... Oh, I was like disqualified, so he disqualifies himself. So we gain a position out of that, but we're still gonna start pretty far back. L. Now the thing is, can these guys with this division mix here actually run a clean start? I mean, we need multiple starts. Koa's out there, right? Where's Koa at? It says car 59 is on track. Oh, Koa's right here. He's down here in this little bottom section, behind 747, which is Mr. Sir. So he's the only one below us that still can pass us. So he'll get to finish this lap, and that's it. Like I said, 36.8 is pretty good on a full tank. And I think there's still time in that as well. And I also gotta think of, like, where am I starting with my time in the actual race? Like, if I'm starting, you know, top 5, maybe we take a little less fuel because we'll be spread out away from the pack a lot more. And then instead of taking, let's say we need to take 107, maybe we take like 70 and then pump 37 liters in. And we don't have 36s off the bat. We're doing maybe 36 flats or 35s. And then we pit in the pit window. Take the rest of the fuel that we need. And we take a little bit longer of a pit stop, but we've gained so much time beforehand that it doesn't really matter. But I really think that the 1 liter pit stop is the way to go, unless you're forced to take more fuel. Like, unless I have to take 25 seconds worth of fuel, I'm not going to. And I don't think that's really necessary unless you're doing like a 90-minute race. 11:11. So we're taking this, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Boom. All right. Because we're going by the ambient, not the track. So we went from 14 to 11. And we're also doing a partial, because we're just practicing the starts. So we're not doing a full lap. We're just doing it basically this last corner. So you don't have a whole lot of time to get your tires up. So I'm just going to drag my brakes the whole time through here. We're going to stay too wide. We're just going to drag our brakes. We're going to try to get a little bit of heat into them.
30 seconds.
There we go. Make sure our blinker's working. Yep, flasher's working. I got Rigatoni to my left, over that way. I've got Rodriguez and Christian Holmes in front of me. Cockcroft in that Porsche up there as well. 2 in front of me are like D3 drivers. I'm not too sure on them.
Going double file.
Definitely don't want to start near the back on this.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I don't know who this Condola guy is, but it's kind of in the way.
Car on the right. Slow car ahead. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Kind of hoping Tyler does a reset here. I like to do this again.
Car on the left.
Yep, I figured he would. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to load this. We're actually going to save that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to do, we're just going to call this A11 T11 race 1.0. And then we can just adjust them from there. Don't make me do this. Waste another 1.5 minutes on setup. Yes, Dad. Yes, Dad. I mean, I'm fine with it. I think. All right. I mean, I started 37th, and I was almost up to 30th. As a D5 driver, like with D3, D4, some D2 drivers up there, not too far in front of me. So like, I shouldn't make that. I should not get that far up, to be honest.
Going double file.
But it's the fact that these guys don't really know how to drive.
Green light. Give it all you got. Car on the right.
So starting it. Oh my God.
Clear on the right.
There's 3 cars wrecked,
Car
and
on the right.
we ain't even got to the first corner yet.
Clear on the right. Car on the right.
There's another car wrecked.
Car on the right.
Oh, we're getting another
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out. Clear on the right.
restart for sure.
Car on the right.
There's another car off.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. We've got light damage at the rear.
We just got rear-ended. I don't know who 888 is, but good lord.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
And this is why, like, this shit should be done. Come on, Koa. Koa and Fickert, these guys should know that I'm much slower driver.
Clear on the right. Car on the right.
Like, they should know that I'm, you know, D4 or worse, and not be pushing so hard. Look at Fickert. Nice, good job. What a dumb fucker.
Car on the right.
Like, you just saw Koa passing me in an inopportune place, and you also have to pass right there. Unfortunately, it didn't get it didn't really affect him. He got away with it, sadly. Like, stupid. Who's 888? Because that guy is a moron. Jeff Spangler. Okay. Like, so Spangler should be way up in front of us to begin with. The fact that he was not means he'd already been involved in a wreck. Whether it was his fault or not, he should know that he's now in the back with slower drivers and should have been more patient there, seeing that we were already too wide going into turn. Was that 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. That turn 4, 5, 6 complex. The two rights and the left end of the back straightaway.
Green light. Give it all you got. Car on the
That's not my fault. I'm trying to get in my position where I'm supposed to be. That's on that guy for...
Clear on the right.
The fuck, Michelli?
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I'm just gonna back to garage on that one. Holy fuck. Like, we're gonna have another restart. Like, instead of hitting, I think I hit A instead of X, so I turned my car off and had to turn it back on. And then I don't know what Michelli was doing right there. Alright, that was Michelli in the fucking McLaren. Where is the McLaren? There's B. Wilson. Yeah, he's definitely not way up there. I like that there's Porsches all the way at the top. Like, all Porsches up at the top. Kind of. There's a lot of Porsches this season. Yeah, it was Michelli, for sure. Because I don't even see him. Alright. Try it again. He is. There he is.
Seconds.
All right. So 37 means we should be on the left, if I'm not mistaken, which is dumb because, or no, maybe we're not. No, turn 1 is right. But the last time we started on the right, it told us to go left too. So we just gotta watch that.
Go in double file.
Yeah, it does want us to go on the left. We're gonna start right about here.
Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
So many cars are wrecked before I get to turn 1. I can already see there's a big line here.
Car on the right.
There's 1.
Clear on the right. We have some light damage in the rear of the car.
Good lord, guys.
Yellow flag, be careful. Yellow flag in sector 3.
How much damage did that give us? About 5 seconds worth.
Car on the right. Clear on
Wow, Platt. What's up, Nacho? My boy Shepard. This is about the 5th start we've already had, Jeff. Having all 6 divisions in one lobby trying to practice restarts has not been great. Let's see, 37th is where I qualified because I had just full race fuel. I'm just trying to practice getting the tires set up for the race. And sitting 23rd on this start.
flag. Be careful there. Car on the left.
There's another car spawn. Yeah, I just know that I'm going to be working midweek when they're doing the actual practice races. Because I know they're going to have a couple lobbies set up for it. So I'm just kind of getting as much practice tonight and tomorrow as I can.
Car on the right.
Plus, I like practicing the starts anyways.
Clear on the right.
I think it's good.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
Yeah. So basically, what he's doing is he's waiting until the last couple of cars get near the finish line and then doing it again. Okay, now this is the last one. My FOV. You like my FOV on in here in the car? If you want, I can I'll make sure I'll put it in the chat. Send you what I've been using. I've been using this basically since I started playing. It doesn't work in some cars, like the Lambo. It doesn't really work too well in. The BMW, I think it needs to be a little bit further back as well. Maybe the Ferrari too. I think it could probably be a little bit further back on this. Yeah, I'm racing on single monitor. I got my games on this one in front of me, and then I have this monitor to my left is my Discord and OBS and stuff. So if I had a triple monitor, like this would probably be perfect because then I'd be able to see out both sides. But this is all I can see. I can almost see a little bit out the right there. We're not losing too much of the vision. We can kind of see both of the front end of like the two fenders.
Staying double file.
Triples, I like that view. Yeah. Whenever we get to the end of the race and I cross the line, I'll mark it. Also, shoot me a message in one of the chats and tag me so I can remember, because I will forget by that point.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it after the race. This 30 minutes isn't too long.
On the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, go right in, Mr. Porsche. Dive right in and die.
Car on the right.
As Tyler said, this is the last one. Oh,
Light damage on the front of the car. Clear on the right.
yep. 1, 2, 3.
Car ahead.
Well, since we're stopped, basically that's all I did was change the FOV to 72. Fucking idiots, man. 18 seconds of damage.
There's a slow car ahead.
Yep, everyone tries to win on lap 1, and it's why I quit doing the Monday night shit, because when there's more than one division racing together, you don't race these guys every week, so they don't. It's just like LFM. These guys don't give a fuck. And some of them don't give a fuck anyways. Like, they're just gonna race you like assholes no matter if you're in their division or not. That's why last week we had so many fucking penalties across the board. I mean, we've got Donahue's got to sit out a race because he's sitting on 8 points after his craziness last season. I want to say there's like 6 or 7 pit lane starts this week, and a bunch of 30-second penalties. Like,
Slow car ahead.
so dumb. There's my boy Rigatoni. He said no. Tyler said no, that's way too fucking terrible. What is he gonna say? I can't wait to see what he says. He's gotta be getting pissed. Cause third season was 0 points, so I may be slow, but on my third season with 0 points. Please, for the love of God, let me race. Oh, because Tyler's starting. Yeah, he disqualified himself. Him and Matt are starting from the back. That's right. Tyler said he's going to start from the back, and then if he passes a X number of cars, like he said, if he gets through quite a bit of the field in the first lap, he knows that because of cars being wrecked, he's just going to restart. Maybe still, but on my third season with no points. So does that mean my third season with 0 points? I think what you're saying is that you've gotten points in every race so far this season, or every season. Oh, penalty points. Gotcha, those points. Yeah. I mean, my first season, I think I had somewhere between 2 and 4, because I don't think I ever got penalized in the first season. And then season 3. So season 4, I think, was when I had. No, season 3, I don't think I picked up any. Season 4, I had a couple. Then, no, season 4 was the season with Durbin. Yeah, so I had like 6 that season because I kept finding Durbin. And then last season I had I didn't get, I think I got 1 added. And because all of my penalty points from season 4 were near the beginning, by the end of last season I only had 1 point. The 1 point that I accrued during the season.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Sorry, Rigatoni.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
What is...
There's a slow car up ahead. Yellow flag ahead. Good job.
Greer and a whole bunch of other guys right there. Those guys just bing-bonged each other.
Car on the right.
I think that's a big thing too. Like, it doesn't matter how fast you are, if you can't get through a race without hitting people to get to that top 5 or top 10, whatever you're racing for, you're not a good driver.
Car on the right.
Like, I'd rather finish last place than wreck the half the field to get there. Yeah.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. There's a slow car up ahead. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Most high-level drivers. Yep. Oh, I did bad in qualifying, so now I gotta make up for it in lap 1. Otherwise,
Slow car up ahead. Car on the
I won't be able to get my finishing position. What the fuck? I got slammed there. At this point, Tyler is livid. I was actually having a good time there until that. I'm going to bed soon. Because he'd spent the whole 20, like the qualifying was split up the bottom 3 divisions for 10 minutes and then top 3 for 10 minutes. 2-2, I got in a bad situation and it... Oh yeah, exactly. I've done that a couple of times. There's been a few times in Sim 604 and OOR when I raced with those guys that I got into a wreck, and instead of trying to get my car around the track damaged and causing potential issues to others, I just returned to pits and either stayed the time in there to repair the car plus, you know, the teleport time, or I just said fuck it and quit. It sucks when you're streaming, but sometimes that's just the way it is. But I'd rather you guys not be pissed off and us get to race good races again the next week instead of everyone constantly being irritated with their fellow driver, which is one reason why I'm kind of glad that Durbin got blue. Like, he could race cleanly sometimes, but 9 times out of 10 it wasn't going to be clean.
green light. Go, go, go.
Also, I see that qualifying at this track is going to be huge because you don't want to start
Clear on the right.
in the 30s, because
Clear on the right.
back in the 30s is where the
Left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
you're going to be starting in the last corner.
Clear on the left. Slow car ahead. All clear. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
God damn.
Car on the right.
Turner came out. Exactly. And holy shit, missing those cars in those first couple of corners. My butthole puckered so badly there.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I'm up 20 positions in like 5 turns, 6 turns.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
I hate that half the field is fucking Aston Martins and Porsches this season. Like, there's no fucking creativity by anybody.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. There's a slow car ahead.
I dig the guys who jumped in the Lexus and the Lambos this season. just didn't want to run into you there, Riggs.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I swear, if this Riggs, this Greer fucker rear ends me, I'd be so fucking mad.
Car on the left.
Because every time I've been in a lobby with this guy at a race, practice or actual race, he's done it.
Car on the right.
He'll have the inside here if he wants it, but slide job was mine.
On the right.
It's Tyler.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Yellow flag, be careful.
I hate this qualifying time bullshit to get your division. Because there are guys in divisions 3, 4, sometimes even 2 that I can keep up with. I just can't qualify. I find it fucking boring to sit on a track and just go around and around.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Like, this is where I get,
Car on the left.
like, my fastest times is, like, racing side by side with somebody in a race. God damn, enough fucking with the Porsches. Can we put 50 kilos on those fuckers or something? God damn. It's all you see. That was a pretty aggressive line into that sector, but it worked. Matt Morrison in the Lambo. This guy's a Chad. "20-minute pit window." That's not bad. Like, this track's pretty quick overall, but there's no, like, there's no place where the Porsche doesn't lose out because it doesn't have those long straights like Barcelona did. So they're just gonna constantly fucking see a Porsche in your rear view. I also find it funny that everybody that's having to go around me is having to deal with the fact that I'm running 100 liters. Like, I started with 107 liters of fuel.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, you don't have to do, okay, right there. I'm gonna lose time tonight because I'm trying to figure out where the pit thing is. So you don't really have to slow down too early. Oh, we don't want to change tires. 1 liter of fuel.
Mandatory stop is not clear. Let's go, 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 go.
If we have to pit again, it'll be 4 tires, right? At that point. May hit you up with your stream settings. Can't get it to be smooth. Okay. I'm off all weekend, so if you're free sometime this weekend, we can do it. We'll figure out like differences between like graphics and like CPU stuff between our computers. See what you can run versus what I'm running. I know I've cranked my bitrate up about as high as it can go for Twitch.
Slow car ahead.
A little bit of a lift there, it looks like. So we did 107 added one, so 108. We'll see what we have at the end.
The car is exiting the pits, watch out.
30, 80. 56. Gotcha, yeah, I have a 3060 Ti. So if you're running a 3080 with that kind of CPU. Ooh, I hate that it jerks right there. I'm gonna have to tighten the back end of the car up a little bit for that. Yeah, I think I'm running at, I think 6K is what I'm running. I think that's the highest you can run at for Twitch. So yeah, we can check the in-game settings and see if there's something you're running that I'm not. Maybe that's causing an issue. But with those kinds of settings, you should be able to play. I mean, you're playing the game just fine. It's just not smooth when you're streaming, which means we could just have to bump the in-game settings down a little bit so it's not as pretty, but it allows your internet to be able to stream it a little bit more clearly, which is what I usually do for a lot of my games. I don't care if it looks all that pretty. Too high. Yeah, you could be running everything on like the highest. It just bumps a couple of things down from high to like medium.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out in front.
But yeah, definitely hit me up. We'll take a look at it this weekend and see what we can come up with. Get you ability to stream all that shit clearly. I can't remember if you said what in the chat what kind of lap times you're running. I should be running pretty close to you. I won't be tonight because I'm just testing fuel with a 30-minute window, but I think I could get into the 34s if I really put some time this week into it. Yep, too fast, too fast. There's Beverly. Get out far enough. We're just testing track limits. So yeah, you've got to lift a little bit there in those two corners, I think. Otherwise you're going to be cutting the track a little bit. $35.4. Okay. Rigatoni. I did a 36.2, I think, or 36.8 on a full tank of fuel for the qualifying in this. Track cut warning there too. Killing me. So I think I can get to low 35s, high 34s for sure. 16th? Oh gosh. And that's saying and that's not considering how many people probably haven't put in a time either. We have guys doing 34s and 33s in D5. From what I remember seeing. There we go. That's how you do that cleanly. You get all the way over. Get up on those curbs because it doesn't really hurt you. And then tomorrow during the day, I'm gonna do Yorkie's track guide. I'm gonna fill out the little track guide and add it to the Google Drive. I mean, there's a 36.8. And that's with me kind of fucking up a little bit. You'd be 10th in D5? Yeah, D5's nuts. I have a feeling a few of those guys are going to get bumped up. I know they talk about it's a lot of work on them to group people up, but you have you've done Paul Ricard, Barcelona, and Key Lamy now. You've got 3 tracks. Make people do all 3 tracks. Like you can kind of force people now that are coming in like mid-season to do all 3 tracks, and then you can kind of classify them. Or if you could make another division and put new people in there. But if you get more than 50 new people, then it kind of, messes that up. But they've got to come up with a better system to get people classified early. That's funny. They just slid all over the place there. What are you doing? What in the fuck, Beverly? Another thing that they could, it'd be kind of dickish to enforce, but like whatever time you put in for that hot stint is the car you have to drive. So if you put in a time on a Porsche, then you have to race the Porsche that season. Because I noticed that a lot of people did that with Paul Ricard. They put in a time on a Porsche knowing the Porsche is going to be bad, and then they don't race the Porsche, and then they're much faster. It's like, it's kind of cheating the system in a way. I don't know if their servers set it up, but you can always, another thing you can always do is if you don't want to move people around too much, you can go into the servers maybe and give them personal weight ballast. Add 5 or 10 kilos to a driver.
Yellow flag, be careful, man.
For real, think the qualify. Yeah, I think so too. I think the qualifier should be the car you're going to be running the next season in. Like, I'm fine with, like, 100% fine with that. And I've done it every season so far. Barcelona, I did the Audi. Paul Ricard, we did the, I did it in the Ferrari. And then last season at Kilami, I did it in the McLaren. Knowing that the McLaren was not my fastest car there, I could do the Honda or the Audi or even the Ferrari if I had to get set up on the Ferrari. I could do all of them faster than the McLaren. I also wish that the tracks for the next season came out a little bit earlier. You get week 1, you know, a week in advance, so you can kind of practice it. But you don't know what any of the other tracks are until literally 2 nights before the first race. And it's like, okay, I'm dead set. I've got to paint for, you know, the Audi, but then you get the rest of the track list, and it's like, oh, okay, the Audi's not going to be good at any of these tracks. But I don't have time to change. That's going to be a penalty. Alright, I need to jump back a little bit. Exactly. You know, like NASCAR, like, you know, October, maybe even into the summer, they already know where they're going to race from January to November the next year. And they give them 6 months or so in advance, especially if they're going to have to change like completely new cars, or they're getting a big part change that they have to fix. I know we're not real life, we don't have it long of a season, but oh, he cleared all penalties. What penalties did he clear? Because I still have my track cuts. I think what they could do is the weekend, of the final race. So you race on Tuesday. That Saturday, they do the track. For the next season. They just do a little brief stream with that. They go over the tracks, and they do, you know, maybe they talk about some of the races and stuff, because you'll know you'll know, you know, who won, and you'll have some of that stuff. And then the weekend after, they do liveries and the shoeies the next Saturday. Because having to sit there for 3 hours just to get the track list is ridiculous. Because me personally, I like looking at all the liveries, but I'm never going to see half of them, and I really could care less. Because either guys are going to be so far ahead or so far behind that I'm going to see them once, maybe twice a week, and that's it. And the shoeies, while they're cool, they don't... Like, you've seen one, you've seen them all kind of thing. Do we have damage? No. Okay.
Well done, mate. That was all best.
I know with, like, Forza, the Forza stuff we always did, starting in 2020 when we started the ORC stuff, we always had, so 2021, 2022, 2020, those 3 years, we always had the whole year's worth of Forza events planned out. So, you know, if we started out with, like, IMSA style, where we did Daytona prototypes and GT3 cars, then you would know as soon as that's done that the next thing we're going to do is, say, Trans Am, then we're going to do IndyCar, and then we're going to do Mazda Miata Cups, and you know, all that. That way people could kind of start looking at what they can look at what kind of cars they want to be. Like, we'd have the car list and stuff ready, and they can kind of look at what they wanted to drive ahead of time. Holy shit, Beverly. This guy is so slow. What in the world are you doing? Is Beverly drunk? Like, he did that when we passed him. Well, it's too late now. I'm already driving through. I don't want to pit. I'll just do my drive through and be done. But yeah, he did that. He did that when I passed him earlier. He just like just completely stopped. Oh, he thought I had to pit. Okay, okay. And then he like literally as soon as he got to the end of the pit line there, he just fucking puts the thing on and just slows down. I don't know what division he's in, but good lord. Overcautious, exactly. That's the first time I've seen anybody overly cautious. I did get to practice pit entry twice. I mean, that's good, I guess. Alright, our goal for the next 4 minutes is to try and pass Rigatoni. Only thing that did too was lower our tire pressures. I think tomorrow night when I do the practice, because I'm going to do practice stuff tomorrow night too. I want to make sure we've got this car nice and set up. This weekend, I'll do some like qualifying runs. Oh yeah, it's super cold. Because we're doing the race at like 8 p.m. So we're getting like a pseudo night race.
There's a car exiting pit lane.
Come on, Mike.
Car on the left. Rear on the left.
You good? That corner, turn 6 or whatever that is so ridiculous. Oh look, it's Beverly again.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Dude can't hold a line. I can't remember if he's D5 or D6. He's definitely one of those two. And it shows.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
And I feel like his issue is he's never been here before, so he doesn't know how fast or slow he can be. Which is fine, but just stay to one side and don't impede the other drivers who know what they're doing. I want somebody in the dirt. Rigatoni. Like, see, here's Christian Holmes, D3 or D4. But I don't think he's actually a faster driver than me, or a better driver. Because that guy's been in way more incidents than I have recently. Especially in these practice races. Jeez. Houlihan and Scott there. So we got one more lap. Cool. Hey, look at how much faster he is down the straightaway because he's got less fuel.
Car on the right. Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
Just shove your way in there, though. That's cool.
Clear on the right. Faster car approaching. Watch out. Visible head damage at the right.
And then Lorenzo gets fucking reamed. Well, that's fine. That's the end of the race. There's no point in doing another lap after that. What the fuck? All because Christian Holmes had a huge run and he had to stick his nose in there in that corner and push me off track. So I'm trying to get back on track, and everyone else is like, "Ooh, cool, an advantage. Let's try and get that advantage and also get over there in that." Let's delete all these. I don't care about any of this crap here. So stupid. Misano. We don't care about race highlights. Lexus. Oh, that was the practice race. I watched that. And then qualifying, I don't really care about qualifying. I do want to keep this race. I need to go back and grab a couple of pictures for that, because this is what I do with all my pictures. I make them into backgrounds. So let's do like next background. We'll skip to. Skip to the next one. Display. Wait. Personalize. There it goes. It skips. There you go. So there's one from last season in the Ferrari, but I have both monitors have different screens too. So there's that. Yeah, Taco's not streaming anymore. Void's still streaming. Cool. We'll go stream Raid Void. I'm gonna hop off for the night. I'm gonna go do some Pokemon practice here in a bit, and then stream again tomorrow and do whatever practice races they have tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow will be more condensed. We won't have D1 to 6 in the same lobby. Hopefully it'll be like D4 to D6 at max, but hopefully it's just D5 to D6. Yeah, also definitely this weekend or whenever. Yeah, definitely this weekend because I close. No, I close Wednesday. I open Thursday and Friday, so I'll be home Thursday, Friday evening this week, and then so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll definitely be around in the evening, all weekend during the day too, and we'll work on some settings and see what we can figure out. I'll go through all my OBS and my in-game stuff with you, but we're going to hit the raid. Void King TTV. That's my team captain for the Pokemon stuff. He's still streaming. We're gonna go hit him up. Probably go play some games with him here in a bit, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night for some more racing. Peace.